Every Dutch company with royal in the name, their royal family, the House of Orange, gets a cut from. And those are the same people who are behind the UN, behind the WEF, behind the EU. So anyone who gets their petrol from a Shell station, some of that money is going to the House of Orange, to the same people who are planning your annihilation. Royal BAM Group is Dutch. BAM, what people think of as the Irish construction company, is just the Irish version of that, right? They are still under Royal BAM Group. It says so on their website. They're a part of them. So them going over budget for the Children's Hospital, for all of the building projects that they've done. And if you look up how much BAM has built since 2011, which was right after the time that the Troika came in, they started to get crazy number of contracts. Because that's the House of Orange. Your government are Babylonian Phoenician families. Yeah. So they started in the Middle East, and then they went to Italy, and then they moved over to America, and they've taken over everything. There's a reason why the Dutch were so involved in the founding of New York, in creating the trade here initially. It's the same families all the time. I went to J.P. Morgan Library, right, his museum, and he has a fireplace there with naked babies on it. And in the middle there's an urn. And on the top of it there's a large urn on the left and a large urn on the right. And in the Epstein files it came out that after they killed the children, they would gather the ashes and turn the ashes into diamonds. J.P. Morgan was great friends with Tiffany, the jeweler, great pals all together. And Tiffany, the stone morganite, is named after J.P. Morgan. Now, people wonder why, marriages are falling apart and all of that. Well, I just had one thought about that. If the expression of your love turns out to be the ashes of a dead baby, that's not really the best way to, actually not just even a regular dead baby, but one that was murdered in a satanic sacrifice. So it would have that energy on it, and then you give a ring with that on it to somebody that you love. Would that not contaminate any relationship? Guys, you don't know who runs this place. For whatever reason, I do. And all I can say is that everything that you think is normal is not. Stop spending money on stupid things like fucking engagement rings. Okay? Anything that is expensive that, they have brainwashed you into buying, stop fucking buying it. We don't have much time left of the regular money, right? Or as I call them, they're cotton-dyed rags. But keep everything that you can, as much as you can, to yourself and buy real things. If you're a carpenter, get hand tools. Don't rely on things that need electrical power. I went up to the place where I'm planning to move to, and it was really strange. On the way back, it was pouring rain, and there was this really thick fog, very thick. You could barely even see in front of the car. And there's a lot of mountains there, so radio doesn't get great reception. But my friend switched the radio, and all of a sudden it was playing Irish music on their local station. And it was just a bit strange. And then I heard fog is your friend, because I was thinking this is very much like weather at home, and it's kind of depressing. I'm going to move here and I'll have to deal with this fog again. But apparently fog is my friend. People who think they can just go off grid and they'll be left alone, they won't leave you alone. We're going to be on the run, guys. We're going to have to be on the move. So if you don't know how to take care of yourself in the wild and hide in places with heavy fog, then it's not going to be good. And I remember watching a documentary about Pablo Escobar. The prison he was sent to was very high up on a mountain, and it was covered in fog all the time. So he had his family visiting him, he had other mob guys visiting him, and you know, the authorities would send helicopters, but they couldn't see shit. So just remember, fog is your friend. Anyway, enjoy the day out, guys. Talk to each other. Love your neighbour as yourself. That's never a waste of time.